So hello everyone, you all know where we are. We're outside Her Majesty's Prison, Manchester, also known as Strangeways. There's a massive riot here about 30 years ago on the roof. Now, why am I outside the prison? Well, I think that in there's a few people that I watched on last night's show. It was last night for me, I saw it on iPlayer. But a few days ago, my mum and a few of you recommended a show called The Detectives, Fighting Organized Crime. And episode 1, it was an hour-long show. It was about organized drug criminals in Manchester. That city over there. There it is, there it is. So, I was gripped from start to finish. The show was professionally shot. Super nice, amazing drone shots or helicopter shots of Manchester at nighttime and at dusk and dawn. Spot on. And also, it was a real fly-on-the-wall close look at not only the everyday police, the detectives, the CID, the people that are trying to solve these very difficult things, but also it showed you the response from the armed police when it's time to arrest one of these violent gangsters. That the Greater Manchester Police, they don't fuck about. I mean, it's reassuring to see these big, strong demon men, real evil scumbags, turn into compliant little sacks of shit when they've got 3 lasers on their chest from the assault rifles of the armed police. It's funny, I saw there was a little green dot, there was some red dots. I think the green dot might be for the taser. I think they would try to taser the fiend initially, and if that didn't work, they would just shoot the guy dead. Now, sometimes I worry, you know, about my reporting around Manchester. Like, have I upset someone? Are they, you know? But these filmmakers, these are balls, these filmmakers, or if they were ladies, big ovaries. Big balls and big ovaries. Because they're getting right in there, into the police stations, into the prisons, into the drug dealers' houses and their safe houses. The cameramen and women, they don't hold back. And what amazes me is that the anti-hero, the antagonist, the main star attraction of the show, is a guy called Paris Bostock. And he amazes me. He had no problem. He wanted to beat up every single policeman and woman in the stations. He threatened them. He's going to jump across the desk and smash their face in. He's going to fight with any policeman that tries and get him back in his cell. Yet, he had no issue with a professional camera crew filming his most vulnerable moments. And they were. Now, some feedback from me. Some Veitchian theory as to things I think the police can improve in this country. There was too much physical leeway for the big thugs in the police station. What do I mean by that? When they arrested Mr. Bostock, I know another Bostock. He's not like Paris Bostock. He's a YouTuber. So when they arrested him, he was all very compliant. Yes, sir, okay, okay. Fucking red dots on my chest, like Predator. Oh, the Predator is gonna blow my head off. But as soon as he got into the police holding area, you know, in front of the custody sergeant, he became Mr. fucking Big Boy. Yeah, I'm gonna threaten you all. Now, I try and think about how his behavior would have gone down in, say, somewhere like Texas. Or anywhere, you know, anywhere in the United States. Big violent thug starts threatening police with, you know, credible threats in the police station. I don't think our American thin blue line would allow that. But during the show, this Paris Bostock guy, big scary bastard, and you could tell how intimidating he was and how much intimidation was felt by the officers there, because he was, unfortunately, twice the size of the nearest big policeman there to watch him. And this is a guy with no handcuffs on. He pulls his t-shirt off. He's ready to go. And he's kind of allowed to happen. He is kind of allowed to be king of those 30 seconds until eventually it fizzles out. But I don't know, I'm developing my own modern form of demonology, the study of demons. And with demons, they're not us, they're not our souls, but we're all riddled with them. And when you've got bad ones, they will pretend to be you. You know the old saying, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing everyone he wasn't even there. People need to get into their demonology. They need to study demons and what the demon wants and what its destructive intent is within your soul. When that Paris fellow, and he's like 28 years old, but he's like my height, 6'5", massive shoulders, and unfortunately, as is shown in the TV show, he has already attacked police officers during an interview. So the police were scared of interviewing him. Now, I'm sorry, don't mean to be Mr. Randy Pan, the fucking law enforcement man here, but a dangerous gangster with a history of violence pulls his shirt off in custody and starts saying, come on, let's go, I'm gonna beat you all up and kill you all. And he actually said that, quote, I will kill you. I think it's time to bring out the rubber bullets, the very large sticks, the tasers, and bring that fucker down, man. Those demons inside him need to learn. You can't lash out once you're caught like that. Now, that's the main thing I noticed, is that within British police stations, here's another thing. Remember last year, that Maori guy, what was his name? He wasn't Maori, sorry, scrub that. That New Zealander guy. In London, he was a metropolitan policeman. And in the custody, some little fucking scrotum, little thug, little demon managed to shoot him dead. Slightly different matter here. But when you're dealing with literal demons, once they're in custody, it needs to be suppressed. That demon energy needs to be suppressed. And another point to note on that video, when you watch it, I do recommend it. I'll put the link below. And for the international guys, do a little VPN, register with the BBC for free, watch it. Another point to note was how good the intelligence of the police was and catching all the people in the gang. And there was a young guy called, what was his name? Blake Evers. Blake Evers was like a little baby-faced, little chubby guy. No, I was just at the party house. Police found his DNA all over the fucking torture weapons, all over the gun, all over the knife, all over the sellotape that they used to bound the victim. Oh yeah, quick aside. Violent gang was kidnapping people who had not paid their drug debts or whatever. They were kidnapping people to beat the absolute shit out of them. And one of the videos is a body-mounted camera from the police. And it's a guy beaten up and he'd been dumped in Salford. He's like, where am I? They're like, you're in Salford. And I've never seen anyone beaten up that badly and still walking around alive. And they'd hammered his toes. His toes were exploded. He was bleeding all over. So this Blake Evers, babyface, his lawyer is like, no, I was just at the party house. And he got the longest sentence of all. He's probably behind me in there. 19 years. So, my message to all the young men in Manchester, Birmingham, London, fucking wherever, Glasgow, wherever you are, it's not worth it. Everyone's a big, hard man. You know, it's great to go stabby, stabby, but just wait until you're serving a minimum of 10, 15 years in there. And you're getting bummed every day by men who are bigger and worse than you. That is the ultimate anti-crime thing. Just remind the kids. You go stabbing people in the chest, you're going to get stabbed in the arse 100 times worse back there. So just don't do it. Don't do it.